Guys, okay, welcome to the last session of a day with Zenler. So this is kind of the surprise session. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be basically taking you through a demo. So we're going to go and do a demo for you guys that have not done this. We're going to go through what happens in a live demo session. So if you are a new user, give us a shout out if you're an existing user and you probably haven't done the demo, because demos only came in about a year ago. Okay, now it's quite a long time, a year, but they weren't done before that period. And then we sort of built out and we decided that when new users come into the platform, that we wanted to basically take them through a demo of what they get with Zenler. So this is for the free users that come in. So this does a couple of things. One is it warms them up to the platform and they understand where everything is. And the other thing is it also shows them about some of the paid features or the pro and premium features. So what we're going to do today is we're going to run through it. So I'm going to do a demo, same sort of thing that Ariel does. Ariel's our heads up our demo and onboarding team. She runs both of them. And we've got a guy coming in to help Ariel as well, to be under her, and this is how it will run. So you're going to be presented with all the stuff in a free user. So if you guys are in here and I can see 4 people are watching and you are new to the platform, let us know, because this will be really interesting for you. If you're catching up on the replay, it'll also be really good for you because you're going to see a demo session. And if you see a demo session, you might not have to attend live. And I know a lot of people come in, a lot of people book and then they don't turn up. And we know that life sort of gets in the way sometimes and you can't attend these things. But that's why on our site we have actually the onboarding, and you're going to see that because there's some recording going on in here as well. You're going to see some pre-recorded stuff come in showing you about the demo and the onboarding, and you're going to then understand that that's actually what's in our tutorial site. So when you go to our tutorial site and you go to demo or you go to onboarding, there's an actual on-demand video, and this was put in there on purpose. Remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to work with you. So we have set times for our live sessions with Ariel, but a lot of you maybe cannot attend those. And so you might, which happens on Tuesdays and another day, I think it's Thursdays. So a lot of you can't attend those. So you might want to watch the on demand, or you might just want to watch this. Okay. So demos also are not a place to ask technical questions, and to a limited degree not educational based questions, because we give you everything you need to go step forward from here. So with the demo and the onboarding, if you've got further questions of an education nature or technical, we've got the resources for you to be able to use them, and we like them to be used. So we have our live support desk that Mammy heads up, and you guys can go in there and you can ask her any educational based questions at all. Or you can, if it's a technical question, you can send a support ticket in. Now, we had a whole session on the support, so you know where all that stuff is. So I'm going to jump in and show you what a demo session will look like, so you guys can understand it. Okay, so this is the secret reveal, showing you behind the scenes what happens normally privately when Ariel books in. Now, we changed it. We did have one-to-one demo sessions, but people weren't turning up for it. And of course, this is free. So you've got a free platform on the demo sessions. People weren't turning up. So we've now done it in groups. For our onboarders, our paid members, we have one-to-one. Okay. And it will always be that way because you guys are paying for a pro or premium service. So we've now got groups, and we've got for onboarding, it's still one-to-one. So really important. So we're going to tour around the platform with the demo. So I'm going to set up now so that you can see what's going on, and it'll all be good. Okay, so welcome to this demo session. So in this demo session, what we're going to do is I'm going to be showing you around the platform. So you're going to see the demo of the entire site and what you have access to as a free user. So as a free user, you come into the platform and Zenler has probably one of the most extensive free plans that you can find. So you still have access to a lot of things. There are things that are locked out, and those things that are locked out, it's really obvious what they are because it will come up with an upgrade. Okay, so let's get ready for the demo session. I'm going to take you through it. If you've got any questions, so for you guys that are new, put the questions in the chat and I can answer them at the end. Okay, so enjoy this demo session. Welcome to this demo session where I'm going to take you through all of the features that you have access to as a free plan member. Okay, so I'm not going to touch on the pro features. At the end I'll give you a quick overview of them, but we're mainly looking at the main areas. We're not going to go in depth. We have full training on our tutorial site about how to set your site up and how to achieve anything you want inside the Zenler platform. Let's jump straight in and I'm going to give you an overview of all of the main features that you have access to as a free plan member. Let's do this. Okay, welcome to Zenler. So I'm going to go over the main areas inside the Zenler platform. When you registered for Zenler, you created your own URL. This is the URL to your site. When you enter this, you can sign into your admin area where you can administer your site by clicking sign in or appending at the end of the URL /admin. As soon as you hit enter, it will take you to the login screen. Now this is the login that allows you to go into your admin dashboard. When you click login, you'll be taken into your admin dashboard where you're going to see a pop-up telling you that you can upgrade at a massive discount for our founding members. And you need to remember that this is grandfathered pricing. So if you come on any of our paid plans, this amount will never change as long as you're with the platform. We have two paid plans, Pro and Premium. If you wish to try out the free features before upgrading to Pro or Premium, you can simply click Continue and the pop-up will disappear. Now we are on our admin dashboard. Now as you start to use your site, this area will change and it will give you an overview of your statistics on your site. Something like this. As you can see, this gives you your sales and reports, visitors, leads, site signups and course enrollments. Scrolling down, you'll see any recent orders will appear in this area. Your admin dashboard is a global look in snapshot at what's happening within your Zenler admin dashboard. So now you know more about the admin dashboard, let's move to one of the major areas of the site, which is courses. So as a free user, you can use lots of the functions that you have in courses. You can create your course, you can create multiple bundles. Bundles are courses that you can put inside one bundle. For instance, if you're charging one price for 3 courses in a bundle, bundles will be what you would use. Of course, you can sell courses singly as well. You can set up categories for your courses or your bundles. Setting assignments is a paid feature. You have the ability to create coupons, add instructors, view the students, view reviews, add certificates to courses or bundles, view your video library, and view reports. To create a course, it's very simple. You just click Create Course and fill in all the details. For more information on the courses, please take the Quick Start Guide. Next, we move on to marketing funnels. Marketing funnels are used for lead generation, but they can be used for so much more. You can add videos inside funnels. You can add PDF downloads. So when someone opts in and becomes a lead, you've captured them and they get their freebie. We have lots of workshops on marketing funnels. To create a marketing funnel, click Create Funnel. Choose the type of funnel you wish, such as lead, magnet, or video series, but please understand these are fully customizable. Once you've selected your funnel type, you can click Next. Name your funnel, select a freebie if you wish, or add it later. You can also add a course to be launched at the end. After you've finished setting this up, click Next, select one of our themes, which again are completely customizable, and click Finish. Zenler will set up your funnel and you'll be ready to edit and launch. Next, we move on to email broadcasts. Email broadcasts allow you to send emails to your subscriber list and to members of your site. Creating a broadcast is very easy. Just click Create Broadcast, name the broadcast, and hit Create. Set up your recipient details in here and your contacts who you want to send the email to. You can also use advanced filtering to filter exactly who these go to. Once you finish this, click Next. As a free user, you do not have access to our email templates, but you can start from scratch by clicking the Start from Scratch template and clicking Next. Now inside here, you can add new blocks, images, and text and get it looking exactly the way you like. You can also add personalization and of course the subject and title line. Next we have communities. As a free user, you cannot use our community feature. Zenler's community is a Facebook-like experience, an enterprise level community built into your Zenler platform. As a pro or premium member, you have access to this area. Let's jump to lives. Again, this is a pro feature that is only available to our paid members on pro or premium. This will allow you to not have to have a Zoom subscription, but run all of your Zoom lives within the platform itself. This is enterprise level Zoom, where you can have up to 300 participants on Pro plan and 500 on Premium plan. You can create one-to-one bookings, live classes, live webinars, live interactive webinars, and live streams. You can find out more information about this in our complete guide to Zenler. The last area we need to look at is site. The site is the biggest area because it allows you to set up your pages, your branding, your home pages, set up language options, set up coupons, tax, many integrations, view the media library, and all of the people within your site at different role levels. The blog feature is available to our paid members only. To find out more about all of the features inside of site, please take the Quick Start Guide and also use the complete guide to Zenler for reference. If you want to upgrade at our special offer, you'll see a little tag at the top here, which will open up the pop-up for you to join one of our plans. Remember, these are grandfathered. The price will never change if you lock this offer in now and stay on the platform. Over here, we have different modes for the styling of your admin dashboard. We have reports over here to run reports on various parts of the site. You can preview the site here, and you can go into your account settings here on the far right. This is Zenler. Make sure you check the Quick Start Guide to learn how to set your site up now. Let's take a moment to have a look at some examples of sites created on Zenler. You can find many more examples by going to showcase.newzenler.com. So now you can see exactly what you can do on the free plan. Definitely think about upgrading to the Pro plan. Remember, we give you access to the platform for free for you to test it out and make that decision to go Pro or Premium. So there you can see, guys, that is a quick, speedy demo through what you get as a free user. Now, obviously, you guys, a lot of you are on our pay plans, so you have access to everything. Now, something you need to know as a pro premium member is when we add new features, you get these. And also because you're on our pay plans, your pricing will never go up as long as you stay on the platform. And guys, imagine this in like a year, even now, some of you are long-termers here. Angela's 6 months in here, but a lot of you have been here for a long time and he probably had a lot less price. And imagine that never goes up. So maybe in a year, 5 years, you're still creating courses and this is not going up, but you're charging more and more for your courses and other platforms are going up and up and up and you're not paying a penny more. So for you, it's brilliant, especially when we head towards launch, which is happening. You know, it's going to happen and all the prices are going to go right up and you're going to go, wow, I'm so glad that I locked myself in on that deal. So this is a demo session. Normally I would answer a couple of questions in there and then I would hand you a resource. So I'm going to be showing you the resources now so you can see what will be handed out in the demo session. And this resources is the same one that's handed out in the onboarding session as well. So I'm going to share my screen and quickly just show you what's going on. So here it is here. So this is the handout sheet that you will get. And with this, it tells you all the resources. So this is a user resource area for you can go. You can see you can sign up. So it's for demos and onboarders. And you can go down here and you can start seeing where you go. So there's a learning part. I'm going to share this with you guys that are on now. I'm going to share it on the Facebook group. I'm going to share it on the YouTube channel as well because we're streaming to both. So it's telling you your learning path, the quick start guide to join our Facebook group to make sure that you're part of the complete guide to Zenler. And on-demand training and explore and discover. The live educational support that we offer as well is in here. So this is the full gamut of all these things that you have access to as a user. So you can also connect with Zenler's socials as well, our Instagram, TikTok, blog, and our YouTube channel. And we give you an overview here of the plans and the differences between the plans. So it's definitely worth checking this out to see what you've got access to and what free users got access to. So if you're a free user and you're looking at this demo, you can see fully what you get. And also we've got some FAQ questions down here as well for this. So guys, that is our demo session in a nutshell. So I'm going to drop the link into the chat here so you can grab that PDF because you might want to just look it over. I know most of you are pro and premium users here, but there might be a few free users, so you might want to grab it as well. And if you haven't done the demo session, you've kind of done it. All right, and that was quick. So we did that in about maybe 11 minutes, 12, 13, 14 minutes for that demo to run through. We'll be doing the demos in groups and we'll be running them 45 minutes, and we do this extra time at the end so you guys can ask questions. Okay, so that is how our demo session runs with us at Zenler. So Ariel heads up these. It's something that's normally hidden behind the scenes, and we wanted to show you what goes on because some of you might be interested but you haven't got the time to sign up. Maybe some of you on the platform who have been on longer, you haven't done the demo on the onboarding session. So now we're going to run through what you would get with the onboard session. So I'm going to switch to onboard and you can see that as well then. So you can see what's going on with our onboard session. Okay guys, so welcome to this live onboarding session. So in this session, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what you have access to now as a pro and premium member. Now remember, you are part of Zenler, you're part of the Zenler family, and you come in now at this grandfathered pricing, which makes you a founding member. Okay, that means you are supporting and backing the platform, and you know, and you're going to get all the benefits that come with that, such as no price rising and all of the new features. You're going to get that access to as well. So that's what you get as a new pro premium member. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a little pre-recorded video of what you have access to as an onboard. Then I'm going to share the resources with you, and if you've got any questions, drop them in the chat, because we are streaming. Generally we would do this in a private environment, one-to-one, but in this case I've put it on a day with Zenler so you can see and we can act as a group in here. So if you've got any questions, drop them in the chat and we can move on forwards. So I can see I've got Ellie's jumped across onto the YouTube channel. It's great. So are you here as well? She's jumping around. Support Zenler is gold. Thank you. Right, so remember, you've got any questions, you can drop them in the chat. That's what we're here for. So I'm now going to play you the onboarding recording, and you can see all the features that you've got access to as Pro Premium member. If you guys are free and you're watching this, then you can see what you get access to if you did upgrade to Pro Premium. Let's go. Welcome to this onboarding session. So in this session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all of the new features that you've got as part of our paid plan. Let's go and have a look exactly what you now have access to with your Zenler Pro or Premium plan. Welcome to Zenler's paid plans. So as part of this onboarding, what I'm going to be talking about today is the features that you have access to as a Pro or Premium member. Now you're already going to see inside your account that you'll have more of everything. So you can now actually bring in 25,000 leads on Pro and unlimited leads on the Premium plan. Unlimited students on both, unlimited courses, no transaction fee, that's zero. You can also, as a Pro user, have 10 assistants. You can have 10 support. In Premium you can have 50. You can have 10 sites on the Premium. And on the Pro plan, you can have 3 sites. You have access to advanced coupons on both plans. You have up to 100,000 emails a month you can send on the Pro plan, and 500,000 on the Premium plan. You have access to advanced page and CSS editing on both. You can have up to 100 marketing funnels with the Pro plan and unlimited on the Premium plan. Another big feature that you have access to is lives. So you can access the live section of the site as well as the community section. You also got the ability to add quizzes and surveys and assignments on both plans. It comes packed with features such as blog. Zenler AI is built into both plans, and you have more than enough role types to add. In Pro you can have 10 site admins, and in Premium you can have 20. You can have 20 instructors on Pro and 100 instructors on Premium. So now we're just going to have a look at these main features. We're not going to get into great detail. We have the complete guide to Zenler, and we have our live support desk where you can ask more involved questions. We're basically showing you the features that you now have access to as a Pro or Premium member. Let's jump into the site and have a look at these now. So just as a side note here, remember that you are on the Pro or the Premium plan, and the price that you've put in there will not change, okay? So you're grandfathered in. This is a massive thing for you because we'll be putting the price right up. And so whatever price you're locked in at now is what will stay. You will not go up as long as you're on the plan. You can't just leave and then come back later. So all new features that we bring out are going to be added. So you don't, all the upgrades, all the things that we add, it's all going to go on there. So yes, being on the Pro and Premium plan at this point in time is a massive, massive saving for you. Okay, let's jump into your Pro features. So before I begin, hopefully you've done the demo session with one of the Zenler educators. If you haven't then, and you're new to the site, then please make sure you do the demo because it will give you an overrun of all of the features inside of Zenler in a snapshot. But as a Pro or Premium member, I'm now going to highlight the things that you have access to that you didn't before. Okay, so let's start with courses. So if we go into our courses now, you're going to have the ability to set assignments, okay? This is assignments inside of your course lessons. So if I jump into one of the courses now, I can show this in action. So under your curriculum now, you're going to see that you can add a new lesson type in here. Look down here and you have assignments. If we click this, it's going to open an assignment tag. We can enter a name and we can give an assignment description. Once we've given our assignment a title, we can then add a description in here. Notice that we have the WYSIWYG editors to format this as well. Inside here, you can even include links and images. Once you've filled out and formatted your information, you can then set the assignment type. Maybe you want them to type directly into the box, in which case you can put text input. You can also choose this to let them upload a file, and you can set a maximum file limit. We've got it at default at 100 megabytes. Down the bottom here, you can approve the assignment before your student can continue in the course. Once you finish setting your assignment, you click Add, and there is our assignment page. Your assignments can be administered from the course area. You can approve, ask them to resubmit, or you can reject any assignments that are sent to you in this area. This is a Pro and Premium feature. You also have the ability to set up quizzes. Simply add a lesson or add this to a lesson and click Quiz. In the quiz settings, you can set this to be graded. Please find out more information on quizzes by looking at our support documentation. The next thing you have access to is surveys. You can actually set a survey as well within a course. Again, you can add this to a lesson or create a lesson specifically for survey. Click Survey and again add a survey title and create the survey. Find out more information in our support docs. If you have a SCORM or HTML package, you're also able to upload it here. This is a Pro Premium feature as well. If you don't understand SCORM or HTML packages, please find this on our support document site. You've also got the ability to set an ebook that actually flips pages. This is another Pro Premium feature, and all you need to do is click ebook and upload a PDF to this area. You can also select PDFs you already have in the system. Next up, we have the ability to add a live in a lesson. With Zenler's Pro and Premium package, you get access to lives. Inside here, we can set up a variety of different live types, including a one-to-one booking type, live classes, live webinars, live interactive webinars, and you can even live stream. There are numerous functions inside of the live section of the site, so check out our support documents to find out exactly how you can utilize this to best suit your business. There is also a calendar inside of here as well that can be added to the pages of your site, and it's integrated directly with Zoom, which means you do not need an extra subscription. In particular, one-to-one bookings and live classes can be put into courses. If I set this live class up quickly here, you'll see that I can enter this into our course. Within the live section, you also have the ability to automatically cloud record. You can set visibility to public, secret, or just for courses. Please note there are many settings inside of each of the live types, and our support document covers all of these. Let's jump back to our course and add this live that we created straight into our curriculum. I'm going to now shoot to the curriculum area and I'm going to add a lesson. Let's now add a lesson and go to live, and from here you're going to be able to pick the active lives. This is the one we just set up. Notice that you can add live classes and one-to-one bookings. Click done, and now you have this entered into your course. Let's preview it now. Click live class, and you're going to notice that you can book the spot, or your students can book the spot, just by clicking one button. There is loads of documentation on the live feature and how it can work with courses, as well as it being self-contained. Something you should understand is that live types can also be charged for as well, so you can receive payment just going through the live section of your site. With our email broadcast, you're going to have the ability to be able to use one of our templates. And now you're going to have the ability to pick one of our templates to use as a base for your design. Let's choose this one here. Let's now click next, and this one will be set up and we can edit this and configure it for our purposes. This is a Pro and Premium feature. If you go into site and then coupons, you've also got the option to use coupons for your site. You also have the option to add bulk coupons as well. So if you're producing more than one coupon, you can set these in bulk coupons. You also have a tax option down here, many more integration options such as Stripe and PayPal, and a myriad of other integrations that you can use as a Pro Premium member. Another major feature is the ability to add a blog to your site. You've now got the ability to go into blog and create a blog for your site. Again, look at our documentation on how to create blogs using Zenler. Under site settings, you've also got the ability to add your own custom domain inside here as well. This is a major feature for you to brand exactly to your site and your domain or subdomain. And lastly, I want to bring your attention to communities. Inside the communities, as a Pro or Premium member, you can set up individual communities. We have documentations on this and it can look amazing. Please notice that the public community is also SEO enabled, meaning that the post will appear in search engine results, adding to your visibility and gaining more traffic through automatic search engine submissions. You have the ability to set private communities, secret communities, and any discussions that you have inside any of your courses will actively add a community under course discussions. This is Zenler's Pro features that you now have full access to. Please remember that when we bring out a new feature, you will get access to that feature as part of your plan. So now you've seen what features you've got with your paid membership with us at Zenler. So make sure that you start utilizing all of these powerful features that you have access to. So guys, hopefully that's been interesting to you. So this is our onboarding session, and inside our onboarding session, just like our demo session, we will supply you with that same PDF. So I'm not going to put it in there again because you've already seen it. So I've seen some good comments coming in here. I've seen Irish Quest is one of our newborns. He's put a newborn. Are you a newborn Pro, a premium member, or are you just new to the platform? So because for you, it'll be very interesting. If you didn't see that demo part, watch that demo part, and then you've already watched the onboarding, so you see these features that you get access to. We've got some experienced people in here already, that's why there's no questions coming up. But it's really important that when we do have new members come in, that we take you through, paid members come through this onboarding session and you get this one-to-one. So guys, that is our onboarding. That's how that all happens. So you've now seen our demo and our onboarding sessions, and I'd like your comments on that. So obviously I've got experienced users in here. I've got Ellie's on YouTube here, and I've got Karen in there that uses coupons for Black Friday. She's been on a Black Friday deal, so quite experienced. Angela as well is in here, and she's using, this is quite interesting, I am actually setting up an entire first course up using one-to-one lives. Yeah, so you're using the live. So as I mentioned before, it used to be set that you could only use live classes inside of a lesson, but now you can use one-to-ones as well. And this is for one-to-ones was set up for coaches, really. It was somewhere to put to be able to send people a direct invite link and keep that invite link active. So it's like this. If I was to share with you the direct invite link to these lives, you could come in without re-registering on all of these lives. I give you out a direct invite link from Zoom. I don't give you the one from the one-to-one. So I'll explain this in a live build, which we're going to do, how this is all created in the next day with Zenler, which is the last Friday of every month. Guys, are you loving, a lot of you have been here all day with me, or some of you have been to bed and got back up again. So are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying what we're doing with this stuff? So Irish is new to the platform. Not Irish, honestly, you want to go, I don't know, we told you about the tutorial site. Do you know about that? You need to go there and you need to take that quick start guide. A lot of people think oh, okay, well, I've used platforms and I can just go in and learn it, and that's okay. But honestly, by taking a quick start guide, which will take you 4 hours, it's actually 2 hours to create a course and a site. You can do it in 4 hours comfortably. Or even if you spent a day, you'd know enough about the platform to confidently go ahead and pick things out of the complete guide to Zenler at that point. Rakesh is here again. So Rakesh has put the link in there to tutorials.newzenler.com. Okay, it's in there. That's where you can go to quick start guide. You're going to learn Zenler and you jump straight into the quick start guide. It's really good. So Diane is saying absolutely brilliant. That's brilliant. So you guys are liking that. So that's the way that we kind of run the demo and the onboarding. You've seen behind the scenes of both. This is what Ariel's doing. Okay, it might differ a little bit from instructor to instructor, but that is the crux of it. Okay, you're in there and you're asking. So you're enjoying the day with Zenler, you're enjoying the demo and the onboarding session. That was my reveal. So what we're going to do now? Okay, so what I want to do now is something a little bit interesting. I want to do something a little bit fun. Now, this is it's a little bit technical, but I just want to show you. There was a post that was written. I pay a lot of attention to what goes on in a Facebook group, okay? And sometimes things are put in there and I like, yeah, that's really good. Now, I was trying to get Amit to come in, but I literally told him last night and I don't think he can make it. So it was a bit short notice. Now, Amit's done a couple of our AI workshops, and he put a post in there saying, showing an effect of creating a gradient on text. And I think it's really good to have a little bit of fun with Zenler. Now, this is coding. We take no responsibility to it, but using things like AI can make your life really easy. You don't really need to be a coder. Now, inside of our tutorials site, we have a course that Kevin mentioned today called Ninja Tricks, which shows you to do a plethora of different things. However, using AI now makes things a lot quicker. So Karen said she loves what she's seen. Fantastic. Rachel's just asking a question. Can we set up like a product for one-to-one coach session that we can send a client a link for this? Yeah, absolutely. You can use paid for, can't you? Yeah, that's exactly what one-to-one was set up for. You can set up a one-to-one. You don't even need to go into a course. You can set up the one-to-one session. You can put a pricing in there, and then you've got a direct invite link. Well, you get them to pay, and then they're going to receive the emails anyway. So that's how you could do it. But if we made the system so flexible, I shouldn't really say this, but you could take payments off of Zenler, and then you could send people a direct invite link. Okay, there's so many different ways of doing it. You can do it into a course, and you can put it into a course, and you can have that reoccurring. As soon as that live's finished for that client, you could then boot them out of the course and it would be ready for the next one to come in. So, or you could have groups of people and just set them up in tiers in there. So there's so many different ways of doing it, Rachel. Honestly, whatever you want. What I would say, if you're doing this stuff, don't overcomplicate it, plan it. Okay, plan everything you're doing. Make everything as simple as possible. Don't overcomplicate it. It's the biggest fail point. I think it's nearly up there with marketing as the biggest pain point because people don't talk about it, right? But they overcomplicate it, and that is the biggest they don't even get to the marketing phase because they're so wound up and upset and demotivated because they've made everything so complicated. When I say they, I mean you guys, So a lot of you, if you look at the successful course creators, they keep things very, very simple. Okay, and they do that for a reason. Easy management, easy to put together. Of course, it looks clean and professional, but I've seen sites that have been used using the base template that comes with Zenler, just the text change, and those guys are doing great, and they put minimal work into design. They just kind of left it. They put their logos. Some of them haven't even changed the branding colors, and they just run with it. And why are they successful? They're keeping things, they're actually setting their tasks very clear. They're making their life easier by keeping things simple. spending minimal time, but all the time probably on the content and most of the time on the marketing. And that's why they're successful. Okay. So when you guys are talking, sometimes it baffles me. I understand because you've come across from another system. So you're using things like Active Campaign, you're using sending multiple webhooks out, you're using things like Thrivecart, you're setting up your AppSumo coupons, so you're doing all these things, but you actually haven't got revenue coming in from the start. You're just adding all these extra things rather than concentrating your attention on that one course. The other thing, and tell me if I'm right here, the other thing is jumping around. Now, I am notorious for this, okay? So, kettle black. But when you get excited about a project and then you're sort of a month into it or 2 months into it and you just want to get it finished, you get it finished, and even before you finished, you're sort of looking at the next big thing. So then you launch it and then you're like, right, now I'm really excited about something else. So you don't market it. And it's a great course and you don't market it. You don't go ahead and market it. Has that happened to you guys? I'm sure it has. No question, reintroduced. So I'm just looking on the YouTube feed. Got Ellie on here. Ellie's jumped across to, she's hopping around. No questions, getting reintroduced to it all. That's good. I'm new, just a feel for Zenler. That's really good, Leslie. Get a feel for it. Have you got an account? Get an account. It's free. So you can go and play around to your heart's content. And then you can ask questions. You can, all of our access to all of our education, all this stuff is completely free. So we welcome you. Definitely join the Facebook group. Okay. Ellie, definitely take longer than I should trying to get perfection. Yeah, this is the big word, isn't it? Everyone's trying to get perfection and it's not achievable in anything you do. You know, you try to, but you can always make things better. And that goes with everything. It goes with everything that's happened today. Like, none of it's gone perfectly, but most of it has, and I'm happy with that. And the main thing is that the information I'm trying to convey to you has got across to you. And that's the key. Okay, so you can't always, you want to, it's like I messed up a little bit. I had a day with Zenler when I was on the demo thing. I spotted that. I quickly changed it. You guys might not have noticed, but to me it was like, ah. So it wouldn't happen if I was just running a demo or an onboard session, because I wouldn't have multitude screens. Because guys, you know, I've got just so many screens up, it's ridiculous. So I can swap and change my screens like a crazy person, like this. See what I mean? So, so it's very easy to get things messed up. All right. So don't aim for perfection. Just try to do the best you can and make it better as you go through. That's the thing. So Karen said, I ran 12-month drip course, haven't marketed it since first launch. Yeah, you see, this is it. This is it. These are all the things. So maybe rethink that. You got a 12-month drip course. Maybe just release it. You know, don't worry about the drip. I'm not a big fan of drip. You know, I know a lot of people use drip to get past the 30-day rule. Do you know that? A lot of people will drip content out, and they will make sure that it runs over. They don't get all the content. They might release it once. So they'll have like maybe 10 sections and they'll release a section a week. So what happens is that it then goes over the 30 days and you don't get the refund. A lot of people do it that way. I don't do it that way. What I do is I say you can get a refund. This is my terms on my site. You can get a refund in the first 30 days. Absolutely fine. However, if you have watched more than 25% of the videos in the course, I do not issue a refund. Okay. And why I do that is because there are people, I don't have it that much, I must admit, but there are people that go in and they will grab all of your videos and then suddenly they'll appear on other sites. So if someone's come in, that happens, it's going to happen. My videos are all over the place outside of Zenler, and it happens. And I used to hunt these people down and get the stuff taken down by lots of sites, not all, but lots. Now I don't bother. I just make sure everything's well branded. Okay, so we have the Zenler logo, we have Zenler here in my own, I have my own branding, and that is really, really key. That's another big one as well. A lot of people do videos and things like this and they don't have their branding in the video. You need to have your branding in there. even if it's just a subtle watermark, okay, just so that it shows up and people will go, who is this? If they see Zenler, they'll type Zenler and they'll find Zenler. So it's really important that you do that. If you leave it bare, people can basically rebrand it how they like and put it out there, and it does happen. And I used to chase them, and in the end I was talking to someone who's really sells a lot of stuff, and he was saying, don't worry about it, you'll never ever be able to track them all down. Leave it, it's good publicity, and the people that respect what you're doing, they'll buy your stuff anyway, you know. And I believe that. I really believe that people are good in their hearts. And sometimes money, you know, if they haven't got money, they might have a look, they might do something. But when they do get money, a lot of those good people will come in and buy that course from you, you know. And I've had that said to me. They've seen my videos and they wanted to come in and actually be part of it. So then they would buy the course, like, you know, 100 quid or something. So it does happen, you know, and it's really nice. It's really, I don't mind. I know the stuff's out there. Probably a lot of your stuff's out there as well, guys. Sorry, but it probably is all over the place. So I got Barbara saying regarding too complicated. I remember when I started, I was totally overwhelmed. Yeah, it's normal. Then I took a workshop with me. All right. I can't remember the exact name of the workshop. Yeah, my workshops kind of blend into themselves, don't they? But it was something like create your first course in 8 sessions. I never thought I could do it, but my first course up and running. Yeah, exactly, Barbara. And that's what we love, because we're trying to take you on a journey. And we try and start, and Kevin's really good at this. He does the launch your first course challenge. Mammy as well takes you through. I like Mammy because all of us have got different teaching styles, and Mammy's very logical. She plans everything out and she takes you through these steps. Kevin's really good because he starts at that basic. He doesn't overwhelm you. And then there's me that is crazy and just overwhelms you every single time. But I'm trying, but there's a lot of content. You'll probably find that my videos are paused more than any of the other instructors, all right? Because I'm doing things fast, but it's normal. So Karen's put, that's brilliant. I have someone download all my content when I was on another site. Yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. It's horrible, but it does happen. So this is why it's important to brand it. Hope, Karen, that you branded it all, okay? Rakesh is laughing as well. So yeah, it's that thing. So we're all different instructors. Like Rakesh has got his own style. Rakesh is really good. I really love Rakesh's style because he's a cross between me and Kevin. So I think he's at the right speed, giving enough information. So there's lots you can learn from different people, you know, and I think that's really good. Maybe you guys can learn something from me, or maybe you can say, I don't want to do it like that. But my thing is having fun. I think if I'm having fun here, hopefully you guys are. I do find it quite funny sometimes because I make myself laugh with some jokes, and sometimes I have everybody's head on, and some of them get me, but not a majority. So some people are sort of laughing, you can see them smiling. Other people are deadly serious. They don't know what I'm doing. So I find that funny as well. So I think the key here is to enjoy what you're doing. All right. So sorry, let's get back to it. It's 5:49 now. What I want to do is I want to show you some techniques that Amit was showing about AI. And I think this is going to be really, really interesting to you. Take it with a pinch of salt if you don't want to do it. But just notice that AI can do this stuff for you. Now, please remember that sometimes it's the way you word it. So I'm going to be showing you the safe way of doing it and being able to basically go back on yourself. So it's really important when I talk about any kind of coding that you can go back on yourself. Okay. So this is key to it. So I'm going to share my screen now and we're going to do a secret reveal. And the secret reveal is to show you how to do some really quite amazing things with the Zenler site and AI. Okay. So I'm going to jump in and I'm going to put my magical tips and tricks banner back up. I haven't got a background for this part because it was like I didn't have time to do it, to be honest. So I wanted to put the tips and tricks one back up so we can carry on with this. So are you excited to see how you can make a title a gradient? Are you excited to see how you can make it a gradient move underneath a title? Give me a yes. If I don't get a yes, Ellie's put love you day. I think Ellie gets me. What's the right rope? Yes. Okay, you're going to be amazed at this. I don't know. I don't think Amit's in here. It would be good if he pops up. If he's in here, I might get him to come straight in, but I don't think he is. So he's busy man. Right. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, and just before I do, I'm going to quickly share something here. So I'm not going to be looking at the chat for a second, guys. So I will get back to you. I'll stop and I'll come back to you. But I want to show you what's happened today. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. So we've got 5 reviews going today. Thank you so much, guys, for putting these reviews in here. We've got Diane who was in here. We've got Patricia who was in here. We've got Karen who was in here. And we've got Zoe that was in here. And Angela as well. And all of you have been on there. And we've got 5 reviews there now. That's really nice. Now, as I said before, as I hinted, like if you start doing reviews now, we might just say thank you, you know. So expect something for your honest, authentic review of the Zenler platform. So I'll be sharing the link to that as well. So if you want to put a review down for us, I'd like to get up to 20. I really would. Okay, I don't want to get rid of those. Don't want to see those. Okay, right. So let's jump into this. So I'm going to jump into a page, right? This is any page on your site. And what I'm going to do, and I got someone asked a question earlier, so I thought this is a superb chance to show people how to do stuff. And it's to do with this link changing the color. They were asking how do you change the link color in a blog? So we could do the same with that inside here. So these are taken from the branding, but all these things can be overridden, and they can be overridden using code. If we look at each of the blocks, you're going to see that the blocks are made up of code. Do you see that? And this containing code is inside this blue box. This is important to know that inside this blue box, containing code for this bit is inside this blue box. All right, it's as simple as that. And they all have their own block code. Okay, so this looks like gobbledygook to you, but this is HTML code in there. Okay, this is coded in there. So some of them have got styles in here. You can sort of work it out for yourself if you look. You know, you can see this talks about 100. This is for the spacing top and bottom. If you go down further, you can start to see margins and things like this. So you can start to make it out. It's kind of human readable. You can see there's links here where images are dropped in. So this is code, but you don't need to know any of this. You just need to know it's code, and that's what makes up your page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a block in here. I want you guys to try this. All right, I'm going to tell you how to back out of it and to not have to do anything. So this is safety conscious coding. All right, so we're going to take this, we're going to drop an empty block into here. I'm going to add a row, and inside that row, I'm going to add a heading tag. I'm going to choose H1. You can do this with any of them. So H1 is the one we're working on. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to change the size because I want it to look really good. So I want it to be big. I want it to have a gradient like this. Okay, something like that. So look at this amazing gradient. All right, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to make it black. And it just doesn't matter with this because we're going to change the color, but I'll make it white. Okay. So I've now got a block in here. So I'm going to, this is the safety side. If you get this looking all good and exactly how you want to duplicate the block. Let me just save it first. It's asking me to save. And I'm going to duplicate the block. So I've got 2 blocks. So I'm going to be working with this block. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the little side tab. You might want to try this while I'm doing it. I'm not going to rush. So you might want to try this. You want to try this while I'm doing it? Actually give it a go on your site, or you like, don't, I'll do it later. You're crazy. I'm going to see in the chat. Get rid of those other right. All right. I think you're happy just to watch me at the moment. Okay, good. Right, let's jump back then. All right. So we got 2 blocks. So that was our safety element. Okay, this is our safety block. So remember, if I change code in here and something goes wrong, I can delete that block out. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab from the right hand side this little pull out, and I'm going to select all. I'm going to hold the control key, press A. I think in Macs it's command key A. Then press the command or the control key and press C to copy that code. So I've copied that code. So leave this open for now because we're going to replace this code. Now come into something like ChatGPT and we're going to type this. It's so simple. I had a little bit of a problem with this because you need to make sure there's certain terminology you need to use here. So I'm going to say, we know that's an H1 tag. Okay, we know that. So this differentiates between the two. So we're going to have a bit of fun. So I want the H1. Oh, sorry. What's happened here? I want the H1 heading to be a horizontal gradient. On the left, it should be yellow. And on the right, it should be, let's go green. Right, so what we do is we start with something that is simple. So we want it to be simple. Okay, so that's all it is. Can you guys see that? Hopefully it's nice and clear now. So we just told it H1 and now what I want to put in here, change in the code I supply as, and this is a keyword, right? Don't just say change in the code, because what it will do is it will try to break it away and create CSS code for CSS styling. So I want to use the word change the code I supply as inline code. Now it might not do this, but inline means put the code into the code. Don't generate a separate bit of code so that I put it somewhere else. Okay, you can do that, but I'm not going to get into it. So I'm using the word inline. So now I'm going to put 2 little commas here, 2 little a colon, and I'm going to paste that code. So all that code that I had, now I'm going to hit it for it to generate. So we're going to see what it generates. I'm going to reduce this down a little bit now so you can see. So what it's done is it's actually created it as a separate element in here as an H1 code. So I don't want it to do that. I want to change it slightly. Please just add to this code only. Okay, and then I'm going to paste the code again and hopefully it'll give me something that's better. So there we go, that's better. It's grabbed the whole bit of code and it's just added inside here, it's added that where I need it. So in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this code, select all of it like that, copy it. We're going to go back into our site and I'm going to select all. So I've opened this up. Remember, this is that duplicate bot. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to press Control A, delete this out, paste this new code in, and I'm going to click. Are you ready for it, guys? Save. And now we have yellow going to green as a gradient. So what do you think of that? Sorry, Barbara, I'm not going to rush. Did I rush? Did I rush a little bit? Sorry, I'll do it again. Sorry, we're going to build on this. So we're going to build. So we're going to build on this, Rakesh. So it's going to be even better, right? So we're going to build on what we just did. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come back into it and we're going to build on what we've already got. So let me share my screen again. We've got this amazing text that has been generated. So this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this out again. So I want you to see. So I'm duplicating. So to recover this, to get it back without any code changes, I just delete these blocks out. And I've still got the original. I'm now going to take this and I'm going to add a few more colors into here. So once again, I'm going to open this up, or we can tell it because it's already in here. It's already done it in here. So I'm going to tell it now, add a new color range of red, blue, yellow, and green. Okay. And then put into the code. This is playing around with it, and you can create some amazing things. So now we're going to we've told it to change these colors. So we're going to see if, yep, it's done something. And if I check this code, I'll be able to see where it is, but it's put it into that block of code. So everything's right. I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to jump back into the page. Again, I'm going to open this up. Remember, Control A, delete it out, paste this code in, click save, and now we have red, blue, yellow, and green. So how about that? I'm not getting any amazing in the chat here. Give me an amazing. Yeah, it's great, but we have to pause the video in the replay. Yeah, so of course, yeah, you can take it slowly. But we're going to start again. We're going to do it again from scratch. So great, cool, yeah. So understand what we're doing here. We're taking a code and we're using AI to manipulate it. We're using it to manipulate that code inside there. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start back from scratch, because what I want to do is I can keep building on this. But I think you guys are a little bit confused by the initial procedure. So the initial procedure is to grab this code. So I'm going to do it again with this bit. I'm going to duplicate this out. This is a safety thing. You're duplicating it so that if something goes wrong, you're not losing the original, right? So I'm keep building this stuff and we're going to do it. So I'm going to go to here. So I've duplicated this one out again, starting from scratch. So I've created this. This is an H1. Okay. I can do it with all of this. I don't have to. I can change the prompt. I can come in here, select all, Control A, copy it, Control C, come back in here, and I'm going to start a new chat. Okay. I'm going to say, please add a gradient going, and you can set this, you can put it vertically, you know, you could do a vertical gradient. Please add, let's put that in there, let's put a vertical. It doesn't look as good because the text is short, so actually I'm not going to, but you could just put the word vertical in there, going left to right, starting with red and finishing with blue. Add it to this code only as, right? This code only. I want to keep it as simple as I can. I don't know if it'll do it all. So all I put there is please add a gradient going left to right, starting with red and finishing with blue. Add it to this code only. Okay. This code only that I'm about to drop in because I pasted it. And I'm going to click that. Now, like I said, it sometimes doesn't add it, but it has in this case. So that's good. So I found the exact prompt I need to use. That is the one that I would carry on using. So nice and easy, that one. I'll actually take that. So you can copy your block in there, and I'll put this in the chat so you guys can see that prompt I've got there. Now, this is AI. So if you put it in your AI, it might do something slightly different because it does change. It does base it on what you've been doing with it. So you might have to refine it. Only put it in the code that I give you. It might, you end up shouting at AI to do that. So it's given me this code down here. So let's try it. So now I should have this and it should be okay. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to jump back into our site and I'm going to paste over the top. So I'm selecting paste over the top, click save. And you can see what it's done there is it's looked at what I've written and it's decided, no, you haven't asked for it to be added to the text. You've asked for it to be added to the block. So it's given me this amazing gradient, which you probably prefer to the original one that I did here. So that's an unexpected result. So what I would do in that case is I would go in here and go, please, can you only apply it to the text? Now, normally I would put H1, but I'm just trying to keep it simple. Not the block. So I don't know what it's going to do now, but it should sort that out. You're not the block, so it's going, so it's looking at it. It's going, okay, yeah, I got it wrong. That's not what he wanted, but he wasn't specific enough. So it's not my fault. That's what AI is saying. Not my fault. It's your fault. You weren't specific enough, and it will be right. So I'm going to keep this block because I quite like it. So I'm duplicating it out just to show you the different effects. So I'm now going to go in here, select all, Control A, delete it out, Control V, paste it in, and now we've got it. So look at this amazing gradient, it's red to blue. Look, it's the same as this. But let's go a stage further with this. Let's say that we've got specific colors that we want to use and we are doing it in Canva. Now, this is where it really opens things up for you because you guys are thinking, yeah, well, it's all good, but it doesn't suit my colors. So what use is it to me? But what if I told you that we could put exact colors into this stuff? Then you would be like, wow, that would be good. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm screen sharing again. I'm in Canva, and I'm only in Canva because I want to take these colors. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to find the color. I'm going to take this. This is going to be the first color, and I'm going to go over here. So I've selected the text and I've gone to the color, and the color wheel has got some little settings on it. If I click that, I can copy this hexadecimal code. This is our pink. So we're going to start to build this up. So what I'm going to do now is jump back into ChatGPT and I'm going to tell it, right, can you do the same, but the start color, and notice it doesn't matter, you can use English version of color, but I've used American. So you can do the same, but the start color is, can you guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump into here. I'm going to copy this color. Jump back into ChatGPT, put the color down, and the other color is, and then we can choose another color. So in this case, I'm going to choose white. So again, you can go into there, but I'm just going to put it in there because that's white. Okay, that's hexadecimal for white. So if I prove that to you, you can just go in, select one of these, go to here, and you see that it's all Fs, yeah? So you can copy that color. You could take a mid-range color as well, like we did. So you could have it going from a pink to a yellow to a white, but we're taking colors out of this top bit. So it makes sense. This is a good real world situation for it. So you would then paste that in there. So let's now generate the text for this. So you can do the same. So notice how we're building on what we've done. And this is the key to prompting, because you're refining the prompt each time you're doing it to get the result. It's already going through it. It's created it. Copy that. Come into here. I'm going to just duplicate this. And this time we should be hitting this pink to white. So I'm going to select all, paste that in there, click save, and now we've got this pink to white going across there. So this is an actual use of it. Okay, this is a use of how it works. So let's see if there's any comments coming in. Can you do this with email broadcasts? No, you cannot. What you'd have to do in that case is you'd have to either create, well, because I'm going to show you some animation in a minute, which will be even better. But with emails, you can do it, but it's just you don't want to be doing it really. So it would be better for you to generate a transparent PNG of that color using Canva and put it into your email broadcast. Okay, you don't want to be doing this stuff because some of the mail systems, they're the mailboxes that pick up mail, they don't work exactly the same way that a browser window will. Okay, so you might get unexpected results in certain browsers, so be very careful. You could get unexpected results even using this method, okay, because some browsers support some options, some browsers do not. Okay, Safari is like Safari for Apple. They are notorious for not supporting a lot of things. Okay, this is why we say use Chrome. You could use Edge. Edge is good. Most of the Firefox, again, is good. It supports a lot of things. But when you move into something like Safari, it can cause problems. That's why sometimes Mail looks different, because it doesn't support some things. Apple devices, for instance, don't support a lot of fonts that generally all Windows do. Okay. It's just the way Apple is. Apple likes to be different with these things. It can be very annoying. So, right, so that's good. Let me now show you, let me blow you away with something else, because we are going to move into the next phase of it, which is building on what we've done. So we've already got our effect. Now what I want to do is I want to actually make it animate. So we've got that. The last prompt generated this for me. So I'm going to go back into here and I'm going to ask it something else. Can you now make the gradient move left to right in the text? Okay, so we've asked for some animated effects. So it's created our little block, and it might take a little bit longer the more complicated you get with it. That's good already. See, it's using opacity, relative position for the container underneath it, so it's doing everything. It's even added start. I'm not sure that's going to work. Left center, but let's try it anyway. I don't think that's going to work, but I can try it. Okay, I can sort of tell sometimes with this code, but it might work. Let's try. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to paste that in there, and then I'm going to click this. And yeah, we have got it moving, but it's put a block. It's done what I thought it would do. So sometimes it doesn't do this. So I've got to be specific with it. So I wasn't specific enough. So I need to be really specific. So I'm going to put, no, that is not correct. I want it to move in the text only. So we'll see what happens here. Again, you might take you a while to get this perfect for it, but we're going to see if it does it now. So better. Okay. I don't think this is going to work either. Just looking at the code. So sometimes, you know, it takes a bit of tweaking. But the good thing about it is you can keep adding to the prompt and removing it, and then adding it here. So there we go. We've got it now. It's working. So we have to be very specific. Do you see how that's moving underneath? It's going from this, then this is turning to the white, and then it's going back again. So we've got a bit of movement. You could tell it to pulse. So maybe that's something we can try as well. So can you make the text pulse from one color to the next every 2 seconds? So say we're building on it. So did you guys know that you could even do this stuff? So it can be a really help, because you can put this in areas just to make a subtle difference to things. So I know Amit was showing how to do parallaxes and things like that, which you can do. But you need to just try this stuff out and see that it's going to work. So we got stuff going here, and so that looks okay. I go up here, I grab this text, and then I'm going to show you a kind of case study for this where it could be really handy for you. So let me click that. And again, it's done it. It's pulsing, but I haven't said about the text. So I should know better. Only on the text. So you could put only on the text. And then it will, oh, it's doing something else. So you can refine this stuff. Here's one I did earlier, by the way. So I want to show you what I've got here. So this is a gradient applied across red blue, and I've got one in here, gradient effect applied, H1. So this is some more code. So you could save this code out, you know, if you've got it in your ChatGPT account, you can save it. So if I take this, I come into here, and we've got another effect going on. So put that in there, click save, and then you've got that effect going on inside there. You could also go and do something globally. So this is where it brings me on to global changes in your site. Now, I do this. This is what I do. I have CSS for some of my tags, and I put it into some of the Zenler sites as well, so that my H1 tags remain constant. Whatever size, I change it. And this is really good because it saves you remembering, because it doesn't matter what you do, it will stay that size. So I'll give you an example of that. Let's come into this. So if I've got this, and we know this is an H1 tag, yeah, because we added it. We went in and we added this as an H1 tag inside there. Okay, so we know it's H1, but we changed it, didn't we? We went in here, we made this extra bold, we made the size 66 or something, we changed the color. So what if I want to globally change every H1 to a consistent size throughout my whole site? I can do that using CSS, and I can ask ChatGPT to generate the code for me. So I'm going to show you on a page level, because on a page level you can add this stuff into here, page CSS. Okay, you can go to here and you can go to page. Now if I want to do it on a global level, when I mean a global level, I mean through every page of your site, you can do that if you go into site and global includes, and you can put the code there. And if I put the code there, it will happen through every single site. So imagine that you want a size, H1 size of 30 pixels high across all of your site, because you know that you have 1,000 sites, 1,000 pages, and you have different sizes for your H1 across every single page. Imagine the time it would take you to go and update 1,000 pages, right, to get this stuff to come across. So I'm going to show you now how you can do this. So screen share, I'm going to screen share, Barbara. So I'm going to go across now and I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's go and screen share. And across here, I've just got this standard page. So if I want to do it on a page level, I go to page settings and I drop the code in there. If I want to do it on a global scale, that's across my entire site, I can come to site settings, global includes, and I can drop my code in here. So I'm now going to ask ChatGPT to change the H1 to a different size. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to start a new, this is lovely and easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do it. So I'm going to go, please give me the CSS style for just an H1 heading with a font size. I want you to be really, I'm going to make it quite small so that it's an immediate reaction. Okay, a font size of 8 pixels, which is really small. So I've asked it, give me the CSS style for just an H1 heading. So we're going to click that. It's going to generate something, and here it's generated it. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so I'm going to take that code, and there's, if you get, depending on how you're going to use this is slightly different version. So I'm now going to jump into the page. On a page level, you can drop it straight in. Now, when I drop this in, this H1 text that we've got across these will go to that size of 8 pixels. Okay. So something strange is happening there, but I don't know what that is. So let's go into page settings, and inside the CSS, I'm going to drop that in there. Just that code. Now I'm going to click update. Watch what happens to my H1 headings. Right, so it hasn't done it yet, but I think if I preview it, oh no, it hasn't. We need to add one thing. So I need to make sure that it's going to be, I've got to add one thing on the end. This is where you need to know a little bit. So H1, what we're going to do is we're going to use an exclamation mark, and we're going to put important and then a semicolon. Okay. I'm going to click update now, and it is micro small. So that is just in this area. This is just this page. But if I take this and I put it in global includes, I'm going to cut this out of here. Okay, I'm going to cut it out. So let's now update. It will go back to what it was before. And what you're going to see now is I'm going to put it in global includes. So in global includes, a little bit different. You need to set a style tag. So this is all in my ninja tricks, so you can watch this if it's over your head. But I just want you to know the possibilities. This is why Zenler to me is amazing, because of all these power. So you set a style tag, and then you have a closing style tag. That's a / style. So you've got those tags. And in between there, you put your styles. Now, when I click update, if I refresh this H1 page that I've got here, if I click save to this and I go to preview it, what you're going to see is this is going to go to that micro size. Look, it's done it. And this will happen across my whole site. So if I go into blogs, anything that's in an H1 heading will be micro small. I don't think I've got anything. Yes, I have. Look, I've got that. I've got the title of it. It's gone micro small because it's H1. It's H1 is at 8 pixels. So I could do the reverse now. Now I've got that inside of here. I could go, right, okay, well, let's go crazy with this. I'm going to make it 90 pixels. I'm going to click update. This is all from one location. Now, if I go into my site and I refresh this, it's gone massive. So it's gone really big now. So if again I went into my blog, anything that's in the H1 is huge. Look at it. It's huge. So I'm changing this on a global level throughout my whole site. So imagine you guys, say you've got 1,000 pages and you've done your H1 headings at 20 pixels. You've done them at 30 pixels. You're like, oh no, I've got it different sizes throughout my whole site. You could use a global includes to affect every single page in your site in one hit. This means that you've got control of it. So if I decide, actually, do you know what? I want a size of 30 on this. I can click up. That's much more reasonable size. Then I'm making that change over everything, and everything's dropping down to that size. So 30 in there now, everything looks a little bit better. And I can do it from one place, and it's going to affect every page on my site. Every page on my site is going to come to that size because I've set it. So how cool is that? So you can do that with anything inside Zenler pretty much, okay? So the other thing I wanted to look at was this styling in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly jump back here. I'm going to remove this. Okay, so we're back to defaults, and then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to show you. So we've got a little link in here. So in this time, I'm going to select the code for this, select all, control. I'm going to jump into ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new thread. I'm going to say, please make the active links red. And when someone hovers over the links, make them blue. Now, someone was asking this question before, and this is exactly how you can do it. So now what I want to do is paste that code in there like this, and I'm going to click this, and it's going to start to put this. So what it's done here is it's added CSS code. This is not exactly what I wanted. It's good. It will work in the global includes, but I don't want to include it in there. So I want to do it in line. So I'm going to say, can you add it directly into this code, block. So you're telling it what to do. So guys, I do programming, okay? And so I'm using terms that I know this will do, but this is not hard stuff, right? I'm just telling it what I want it to do. I'm testing it. If it doesn't work, I'm just adapting it. So it's very easy for everybody to get this. You don't need to know what all this stuff is saying. You just need to ask it to do an action and see how it turns out. And that's exactly what Amit was doing with this stuff. So let me just wait for it to finish. I think it's finished. Has it finished? No, it hasn't finished yet. Ooh, there we go. Well, it's quite long. Okay, so let's take that code. Let's copy that and let's go back into our page. So where I've got my page there, again, best practices. I'm going to take this, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to come into that code again. I'm going to select all, delete it out, press there, and then I'm going to click save. And now it hasn't changed. Let's have a look. Sometimes it can show in preview. So that is changing color. So let's ask it what's going on. Please make the link red and hover blue. Sometimes you need to just ask it again, and then it will do it. Okay. So it's now set this style in the div tag. So this should work. Should work. Looks good. So it's taking a little bit of time. Yeah, the bigger the code block, the longer it will take. But now I've copied that, I should be good to go. So let me select all, delete it out, paste it in there, click across here, and it's still not working. So sometimes it doesn't work. I would override this with maybe some CSS and put it in there. So it did already generate. So sometimes if it's too much and it's not working and you just think, oh, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing, then just leave it. I know that it already generated it here. So I'm thinking that it's asking me for this link here. And I generally write this stuff, it's easier, but I want to try and do it automatically. So let's go into access here. Let's see if this, no, doesn't look like it's working. But it's all right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I had it working before. So let me have a look. Just look, sometimes it's the prompt. Link color change. No, I can't find where I put it. Somewhere. Anyway, that is how you can do it. So you can play around with these things and you can just test if it's working. And it can save you a lot of time, because if you're trying to code it yourself, would you know what to do with this? So I'm going to put some more stuff. Definitely check out the ninja tricks, because that will show you kind of, it will make more sense as to what's going on with it. But that's how you can create these amazing gradient effects that you see Amit doing and people like that inside of a Zenler site, which I think is pretty amazing, because people wouldn't know you can do that, you know. And that's the power of Zenler itself. So if I had a look, so Angela's like put in here, I had no idea that you could do that. So I want to have a look through some of the chat here, because can I do it? Right, so looking forward to trying out. Yeah, such great possibilities. So play around. You know, if you want to backtrack on yourself to get rid of this, you're fine. Just remember what you've done. So if I want to get back, go into the page settings, go up, that link in there. Please do this. If you're not using it, it's not working, then just go ahead and just get rid of these things out. Okay, so if this isn't good for you, get rid of this, and then you'll be left with the original block down there. So if you're happy with it, of course, you can delete the blocks out and you're good to go. But do check it on the mobile devices. Do check it on different browsers as well to make sure it's working properly. But it's a very powerful effect, and this one's really good actually, and it wasn't expected. So sometimes you can get these very weird effects happening with stuff as well. So you can get things, images to kind of like rotate and do this. We can already do that in here. Inside here with the animations, you can turn on animations and have different effects going on. So you can do all this stuff like this. You can delay it. You can set intervals. So you can delay it and then you set in them intervals. So like two seconds and it repeats itself. So that's on an image. You can do that on a block level as well. So I could even take this and take this on a block level and animate it. So I'm going really through this now quickly. So I can flip this like this. I could say, do that every 2 seconds. And you could take it on this level here. So I could even take it on a main block level here, and I can animate this. And this is crazy because it does things like this. So I can go and interview there, 3 seconds. Just save that. Then I can save it and I can preview that. And that's animating inside of Zenler itself. No, look, see all that stuff happening. And this will repeat itself every few seconds because you've set it in there. So I don't know if you guys have used that before, but it's really nice to add an extra touch. Often people use it on little buttons and things, like they make it move a little bit to cause a little bit of call to action. That's a good little effect to add as well. I think you should play around with that. Don't add too much because it can be annoying, but it's very cool. Yeah, so Diana said, yes, I have issues with Safari. Yeah, so Safari's kind of, I think they're pushing Safari out. I don't think they're developing it anymore. So it's not even a browser that's being developed anymore. If I had ChatGPT when I was in college, I would still be a coder. Yeah, exactly. So would animation slow down the page load time? Yeah, if it could do. I mean, this is raw CSS, so it's not like an animated GIF, right? This is source code, so it's a lot quicker. But like everything, animation, extra things you put in there will slow everything down for sure, but not as badly as say a video or even a big image, you know, because it's on the code itself. It's just going through it. It's natively, that stuff works with browsers or most browsers. And this is where I tell you about the, you know, if you do the coding, if you want to play around with ChatGPT and your pages slow down and those things, you're responsible for that. So this is more advanced techniques, but I just wanted to show you how things like AI are making it possible for people that know nothing about coding to start to do things. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I don't think it's a good thing if it's used in the wrong way. And I would always suggest to you that if you're generating code, have a look through it. You don't need to be a coder, but you'll start to see patterns and you'll start to understand, oh, so that changes it to that color, because you'll see the little color that you've put in there. And you can see that you can use the hexadecimal colors that I took from Canva there. So it can really work with your own branding as well to add subtle touches. You can add things like drop shadows and all of these sort of things to it, although Zenler's got stuff built into it. So Andy's saying no idea about that. Yeah, exactly. So Ninja Trick shows a lot more of this stuff as well. It shows parallaxes, sticky headers, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so can I see yours? Yeah, no, but I've shown it now. So here is a link to write a review. Oh, thank you, Barbara. So Barbara's written a review in there, so that's fantastic. Yeah, if you guys want to write a review, there might be something sent out to you. Yeah, that's not why we do it. Obviously, that breaks Trustpilot's terms and conditions, and we never want to do that. But we might want to say thank you for writing us a review. Okay, so just be aware that there might be something for you. Okay, so can you show this on a mobile view, the page you built? No, I can't, but I can share the link with you. I'm not sure how it'll look. Like I check these things responsibly, okay, but I'm not sure how it will look. So let me have a look, because this is put together just for this tutorial. But if I show this screen now, if I do something like inspect, this is how it should look on a mobile. So we got it there. So look, looks pretty good, doesn't it? You know, It doesn't look too bad. In fact, what I'll do is because it's live, this page is live, I can share it with you in the group so you guys can check it out yourself, and then you'll know. So inside of here, I don't know if you were with us on the morning session, but if you go to inspector, so if you're using Chrome, you can right hand click anywhere in the page, go down to inspect, and then you can click this little icon. It's like a little mobile device and a little monitor. If you click that, it takes you into a sort of mobile look, so you can go around and you can say that's what it looks like in a Surface Pro 7, in a Duo. You can set a custom size up as well in here. I use this quite a lot. This is how it looks in an iPhone Pro 12 Max. It doesn't quite look like that. That's the phone I've got there. It doesn't look like that at all, really. But it's a general, it looks a little bit like it. It's more like an iPhone. So you can actually see how it's looking. The other way that you can do it is to turn this off inside here, and you can just close your browser up. So you can close your browser up and you can see how it responds there. But I'll give you this link anyway. It's a Zen pop-up site. So I want to tell you something about the Zen pop-up site that will make you guys laugh. Right. So I was doing a Zen pop-up showing people how to create a funnel, I think. And some of you were very, very crafty, right? You see the link on there, or I share something like that. Suddenly you're in the site and you sign up. Now, this is quite recently this happened. So Rakesh was doing his community workshop, I think, and I went on there and I was showing, so Rakesh was saying, right, okay, let's show people the push notifications. So I was showing the push notifications. So I pushed out this message that just said test on it, test, right? And what I didn't know was, because I hadn't looked inside, is that I had some of the users that were on the workshop register. So about 2 days later, I had dev support saying to me, why one of the users wrote and said, it was only one I think, saying, why am I getting these mails? I don't want to be part of this subscription to this. And I looked and then I saw this person's name they'd registered, and they'd been sent this push notification that I was doing. So it just shows you, like, it's quite funny that people do that. And then they were complaining. So of course I removed them from it, but I was almost going to say, you signed up for it. It's a test site. So if you guys sign up, I do check now. I check before I go live that no one's signed up. So if you go on that site and you want to test out the things we've done, jump into the community we created earlier, do that. Post in there if you like. I will remove you from it, so you won't get junk email, but you might want to just go in and check and see for yourself, guys, how it's working for you. So I sort of close to wrapping up now, really. I want to mention the Trustpilot review site. I know Barbara put it in there. It's really cool of her to put it in there. If you want to give us a review, you never know. If you love Zenler, it's more important that you say how much you like the platform. Maybe you've seen features in here that you definitely think that you can use. Maybe you like the education training as well, because we're helping you, because we feel that is kind of just as important in some ways as the platform, because we try and guide you and take you through every step of the process. So it's pretty neat. I don't think anybody new is going to come in here. Has anyone got any questions? So I'm going to wrap up pretty soon, because I think we've got 20 minutes left, but I'm kind of a bit frazzled. So we've done 8 hours today. Okay, that's 11 hours being here, setting things up between the lives. In the next day with Zenler, that's going to run out at the end of April, the last Friday in April, we're going to be running it for 6 hours. So we did 7 hours today, and we did 8 hours today because we wanted to kick a day with Zenler off. Is there anybody here that remembers a day with Zenler? And is there anybody that doesn't? So if you do remember it, put yes. If you don't remember it, put no. Yeah, Karen, and I used to do these all the time. Then Liz and Mammy took over. We sort of shelved it for a bit because the days were jumping around, and we wanted it to be just on that one day. People understood it. Um, oh, thank you, Diana. Is this the first? This is the first time, isn't it, that you've seen this? So yes, yes. Um, so yes, yes. But did I say yes to first time you've seen it or no? Look, I'm I'm losing it. Karen, I've got my coffee. Okay, I know you love coffees. So all right, so you if you loved it, great. What I'm going to ask you now is look through the replays. If you haven't seen it already, look through. So we did set quite a few little homeworks to do. So if you have any ideas, if you're trying this stuff out, for like this one, you're trying this code out, you've got anything you want to take screen grabs, put it into the appropriate live. So put it into session 4, session 3, session 2, session 1. Just post it in there. I'm going to keep an eye on this stuff. If you've got any questions when you start working your way through, again, put it in there. I'm keeping an eye on it. I know the team will as well, so we can answer you of any questions. We covered a lot of stuff today. It's been a ton of it. Next session, because you guys asked for it, I'm going to show you how to build what we've done today, because this 8-hour session is really a summit, isn't it? It's really a whole day summit. I'm going to show you every single aspect of it, how we do the recordings, how we show those. I'm not going to go into details of OBS, but I'm going to tell you where you can learn it, and I'm going to show you how the funnel is all put together as well. I'm actually going to show you real time, so you're going to see all that, and that'd be good. So you asked if you remember the day with Zenler. Yes. Oh, you do. Yeah. Yes. So anyone first time seeing a day with Zenler? I think Irish Quest, if they're still here, is a first timer. Maybe Patricia, are you? I know Pauline, Diana, yeah, Birdie, Diana. It's been really good today because we've had. Thank you, fantastic, valuable day. Oh, that's fine. That's good. I'm always happy to help as long as you're getting some value from this and it's helping. And I want to make sure that the next time that we're going to cover even more. So next time there's going to be more team members. Next time we are going to invite people to come in and do their own bit as well. You guys that know David Zenler, we used to have a spotlight. Angela, it's your first day with Zenler. Oh, great. So you didn't see what we did before. Well, it was good. It was like this. We just want to make things more exciting. Now we've broken it up into chunks. We're definitely going to do the live build. And we want to put this forward. We might even do some live self-contained. So these little things where I'm putting new screens up each time, like this, like this, like this. These might be self-contained and they might pop up, okay? So, but they'll always be something fresh going on inside a day with Zenler. And if you know a day with Zenler, you'll know that we love to get you guys in as well to do stuff. We've had so many different people come in and do presentations on the day with Zenler, so we want to bring all that back as well. So guys, I'm going to leave you now. We've got roughly 15 minutes, so we're nearly finished. We ran over a little bit before. We finished really what we need to do. There's no more questions coming in the chat. You can put questions in the threads on all of the lives we run today, and I will go through and I will answer them. And these videos will go up onto our YouTube channel. For you guys that registered for this event, you're going to get an email telling you where those videos are, and you'll also be informed of the next day with Zenler, which is the last Friday of every month. So if you love this, then always remember the last Friday of every month Zenler runs, and it runs all day. So there's always a chance for you to jump in there and see it. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and especially the people that have a special shout out for the people that have been with me all day, because they have been. Karen's in here, Diana's in here, Barbara's been in here as well, and you, Karen, there's a few. It's hard going doing it all day, coming in. So it's really good because we get little groups of people. We had lots of Australians. Now we're going into the US area. So guys, take care. Have a great weekend. I will see you very soon, and we will have more exciting stuff coming. And remember that the next big workshop is going to be all on communities. Kevin is going to be hosting that one. He's going to have the whole team on there, including Rakesh, Mami, me, might even be somebody else coming, and we're going to run it over a long period, but we're going to set you assignments to get your community up and running, and we can even show you how to market stuff as well. Guys, it's my absolute privilege to have you guys here, and I hope that you've learned a lot from this day with Zenler, and I will see you all soon. I'm now going to go off and crash and have some dinner. So take care, guys. I will see you all soon. And on YouTube, good to see you all as well. See you later, guys. Bye.